Hello, and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranj, and today I will be giving you more Capper Comparison Picks for UFC Vegas 17, more prelim fights. I already did a video for the early prelim fights, there's 3 fights. And so, yeah, here's the next 3. If you're new to my show, what I do is I take my favorite sports handicappers off of YouTube and I put their picks on the board of which side they're taking. In this case, it's UFC, so it's fighters. And then I compare them and come up with my own determination and put that on the board too. So this is for the purposes of entertainment and sports gambling. So there you go. All right. Good morning. So without further ado, let's get into this. Okay. Where are we at? We've got at bantamweight, we have Drako Rodriguez taking on Aiemann Zahabi. Drako Rodriguez is 7-1 as a fighter. He is the favorite at -190. These odds come from Bet Online just today, or 5 minutes ago. Aiemann Zahabi, he's 7-2 as a professional. He's the underdog at +165. Now, Aiemann Zahabi is the brother of Faris Zahabi, who is the owner of the TriStar Gym. And actually, TriStar Gym is the most prominent gym, I believe, in Canada. It's where GSP, George St. Pierre, he trains there, and they got a whole fleet of fighters. But anyway, TriStar, they have like actually, I think they have 8 gyms. 6 of them are in Canada. One's in New Brunswick. The other 5 are all spread throughout Quebec. They have one in Puerto Rico and they have one in Beirut, Lebanon. Interesting enough. So that's TriStar, and that's Aiemann Zahabi's brother Faris. He's notably one of the best coaches in the whole MMA scene. Okay. So anyway, he's taking on Drako Rodriguez, the great Dracolini. Dracolini, on Tapology, it said he fights out of a place called One Combat Academy in Sioux City, Iowa. But I guess he's been, from what Fight Night Picks says, he's been training at Rufusport. His last fight was a win again. It was a contender series. He won against somebody named Mana Martinez by submission triangle choke. Zahabi, he's coming off a loss to Vince Morales, a unanimous decision loss. Okay. So here we go. Well, since here we go. We've got Hype Check. Now, all these cappers, of course, their links will be in the description. Hype Check, he used to only do 5 fights a week, but not lately. As of lately, the Hype Check team, the host is Levi, but the whole Hype Check team now, they've been doing the entire card for the past 3 weeks, I think. He's been doing the entire card, which I love. I told him, I put in the comments that I'll keep using him if he keeps doing the full card. Because when he was doing 5 fights, I try to do the cluster of fights as, these are the next in line. I did the earlies, these are the later prelims, He would when he did 5, he'd do the main event, co-main event, and then he'd do a prelim, and then a main card. It was all over the place, so it was hard to use him continuously. Anyway, regardless, he's taking Drako Rodriguez. Will Martin is I believe he's from the United Kingdom. He's got the thick accent. He's saying Drako by KO. the great Dracolini. MMA fortune teller. Fortune teller, he's the capper. He's down in Florida, right down the road from America Top Team. He gets interviews with a lot of fighters. He's pretty good. We got AJ DeVito from MMA Experts. He's also kind of like Hype Check. They got like a team. He's like on a team of cappers. Anyway, they decided they're going decision for Drako Rodriguez. And then finally, to wrap it up, we have E-Money MMA picks. E-Money, oh, he had to do his, yeah, I guess he did his entire 45-minute full card breakdown video on was a Monday night, but then something happened and he lost the whole thing. And he said it was good too. So instead of doing it, he did the second one. He did it again, a whole new 43 minutes the next morning. I feel for you, buddy. It's happened to me too. Not I've had to do a full show, but pretty darn close. Only because of the stupid, recording problems. Anyway, E-Money is also taking Rodriguez. Like I said, all these links will be in the description for these cappers. This would be a full capper consensus. However, stop. Two cappers are taking Aiemann Zahabi. It is Craig and Matt Allen from Fight Night Picks. Now, I think these boys are great handicappers. It's Craig Allen and his brother Matt. Craig's like 26, Matt's like 22 or 23 or something. Fight Night Picks, I think they're biased because they live in Canada. Zahabi is a Canadian. Almost, I would say 8 out of 10 times I've watched them and there's a Canadian fighter, they take the Canadian. They did take Billy Q against Gavin Tucker, and Gavin Tucker's Canadian. That's the one time they didn't, and they should have taken Gavin Tucker. But anyway, because Aiemann Zahabi's fighting out of Quebec, Canada, I think that's, well, plus they're high on his brother, Firas Zahabi. But here's the deal. I think they even said it though. Aiemann Zahabi, he's got the gym and so they're like multiple branches. Like I said, they got 8 gyms, and his brother's the owner of TriStar. So Zahabi's he can't, if he doesn't make it in the fight world, it's fine. He can manage a gym. I think that's what he's doing right now. The Allen boys, Craig and Matt, were saying something like, I don't know why they picked him, because they said I think it was them, maybe it was somebody else, but somebody, I watch so many cappers, I get them confused. Somebody said he's got, he's fighting MMA, but it's kind of like back burner to, it's kind of more, it's not he's not dependent on it to make a living, to feed his, to pay his bills. He's got the gym to do that. So this is kind of more of like a hobby, he's seeing what he can go with it, because, he's obviously okay. But I'm just saying, Rodriguez, I think, he's got more into the game. So that's the reason I'm taking Drako, the great Dracolini, because he's got, if his fight thing doesn't work out, he doesn't have I don't believe he's part of a gym. He's going to, Rufusport. But also that One Combat Academy, I checked that out. There's only a handful of fighters there. None of them, he's the biggest name there. But anyway, Drako Rodriguez, I'm taking you to beat Aiemann Zahabi. I think he's going to be doing it within distance. I mean, Zahabi, he's got, and look, the majority of the cappers are taken. Fight Night Picks is not, but there's, oh, you know why they're taking Zahabi? They think he's got the cerebral fight IQ like his brother, Faris. I think it's Faris. Anyway, Faris. Anyway, Faris, like I said, he's one of the best, known as one of the best coaches in the business. But let me tell you something. When I wrestled back in college in like 1993 and 94, my coach, man, his name escapes me, which is killing me. It's right at the tip of my tongue. But anyway, my coach was known as one of the best college wrestling coaches I went to a community. I wrestled at a community college. I'm not gonna lie, whatever. But anyway, in the whole Division III circuit, his name was Bowman. Coach Randy Bowman. Randall Bowman was my coach, and he was known because aside from coaching at FMCC, Fulton Community College, he also he was the coach in the summertime for the Adirondack 3-style wrestling camp. That's like the camp where all the prospecting high school wrestlers go in the summertime, off season, to become dominant college wrestlers. And so he ran Adirondack 3-style camp, and but I asked him, I was like, Coach Bowman, how was your collegiate and high school record? And he told me, he's like, you know what? It was about 500. Maybe, he goes, maybe even a little less. But so you don't have to be a good wrestler to be a good coach. Or, you know what I mean? You don't necessarily have to be a great boxer to be a great boxing coach. You think, reckon it to any sport. Bill Belichick, you think he was a dominant, great football player? I don't know. Maybe he was, but I don't think he was. But he's a dominant, great coach. See what I'm saying? So just because your brother's and it's his brother too. I mean, I see where the Fight Night Picks thinks he might be got that cerebral, good fight IQ and all that coaching, and of course he's got more, veteran knowledge. He's been around it his whole life pretty much. Rodriguez though, he's in the game. He's got it. He needs it. He's got bills to pay. He doesn't own gyms, so he's gonna win this. I think as I originally said, within distance. That's what I'm going with. Inside the distance, within distance. Okay, I was gonna say decision, but if it goes to decision, I think Zahabi might get him. But so I'm gonna say within distance for Rodriguez. So there you have it. Moving on. Next we've got Deron Winn taking on Antonio Arroyo. You get this. Deron Winn comes in as a 6-2 underdog at plus 133, taking on Antonio Arroyo, who's 9-3, favorite at minus 153. Deron Winn is fighting out of American Kickboxing Academy. He's Daniel Cormier's protege. He's like his little training buddy, and Daniel Cormier is bringing him up and as an elite fighter. So, but here's the catch. He's coming off a loss against Gerald Mearshart by a submission, rear naked choke. He is 5'6", 100 and I think said 100. This is a catchweight fight, meaning it's like 195 pounds. Deron Winn is 5'6". Okay, keep that in mind. Antonio Arroyo, fighting out of Marajo Brothers in Brazil. He's Brazilian, of course. He's coming off a loss to Andre Muniz, unanimous decision loss. But Andre Muniz, is a beast. He's a good fighter. I'm not kidding you. I like him. I'm high on Andre Mooney. But anyway, Antonio Arroyo, he is 6'3". 6'3". So he's got a 9-inch height advantage. 9 inches over Deron Winn. Okay? His reach, he's only got 3.5-inch reach, but that's still 3.5 inches in a fight is a big deal. I know all about reach because I don't have any. I'm T-Rex arms. But anyway, so also the height difference, 9 inches, that means his leg kick reach has got to be that much more than Deron Winn. So that being said, let's see what the cappers have to say. I'm going to start with Antonio Arroyo again. Okay, so I'm going to go from the bottom. E-Money. E-Money says 3rd round finish. E-Money, 3rd round TKO. Now E-Money says, now Deron Winn, and I agree with him. He's a good fighter. He's great, but he's not in the right weight class. And this is a catch weight. He should drop down to like, and if wrestling's his thing, I know Daniel Cormier, DC. I know DC got it done, and he wasn't the trimmest he could have shed some weight. But this guy, being 5'6", he's got to drop weight. He's got to drop to a lighter class so he can go against guys that are, even if they are taller, he's going to be leaner. He's going to be a better athlete. I think he should drop to 170. And so does E-Money. And so do a lot of other people think Deron Winn should drop down to 170. But here we go. MMA experts, that's AJ DeVito. He's saying by decision, or they, I should say. I think he's got a crew, kind of like Hype Check. Hype Check is passing on this, so I can't even put him down. He's not included on this. He did try to break it down, and he mentioned the height and everything, but yeah, he's passing on this. Fortune teller, MMA fortune teller, the teller. He's about Antonio Arroyo once again because of that height advantage. Will Martin thinks Antonio Arroyo by KO. That's ballsy. And it's not like yeah, Deron Winn has fantastic wrestling. But it's not like Antonio Arroyo doesn't have good wrestling. He's got that, where is he? He also, aside from the Marajo brothers, I'm pretty sure he's training in somewhere in New Mexico. Maybe Jackson Wink. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But I know in his Tapology picture, he's got a New Mexico Elite Wrestling or something, I think it says. Maybe it didn't say New Mexico. But I don't know. But I'm pretty sure the guy can wrestle. He's Brazilian, so he's got some submission skills. But Deron Winn's the one with submission victories. Anyway, finally, once again, the Allen brothers are being the contrarian. They're messing up the full capper consensus, and they're taking Deron Winn because he is the protege of DC. Fight Night Picks again, shutting down the full capper consensus, taking the underdogs. I like it, Matt and Craig. I like it. I do. I really like it. But here, I like Antonio Arroyo's 9-inch height advantage. I mean, that means he can like keep you away with his kicks, like just, it's got almost a foot, well, it's 9 inches, but still, yeah, I'm taking Arroyo. I think it's gonna happen. And Deron Winn, he's gonna gas out too. He's gonna, but he does have good wrestling. Deron Winn is like Will Martin say, he's like a bowling ball, and he's right. He's like because he's compact, he's 5'6", and but he's got weight he can lose. Definitely, you can't, Antonio Arroyo, he's thin, trim. He's got even the Fight Night Picks boys again. They didn't say it about this fight, but they said it about another fight. The muscle-bound guys, like the all muscular guys, they need more oxygen, mitochromosomes or something in their blood. They need more oxygen to keep those active muscles in motion than the leaner, thinner fighters. Therefore, they're more liable to gas out in the later rounds. And I think that's what's going to happen. Plus, he's got aside from the reach or the height and reach advantage, Winn is going to gas. He's like I say, he's a bowling ball. He's going to gas out in the later rounds. So that's why I'm taking Arroyo, and I think he's going to probably get it done by decision because I don't see him submitting. He may, but I don't see him submitting or knocking out Winn. Deron Winn, he's capable. He's a good fighter, but he's just in the wrong weight class. That's all. Hopefully he proves me wrong. I don't see it happening though. Arroyo, and that's a pretty confident pick for me. Okay, finally, headlining the prelims. Is it headlining the prelims? Let me double check real quick. It is not headlining the prelims. It is not headlining prelims. But finally, we've got the middleweight fight that was supposed to take place a week or 2 weeks ago or something, but one of them got COVID. Middleweight fight between Karl Roberson and Dalcha Lungiambula. Dalcha Lungiambula. That's a mouthful. Dalcha Lungiambula. Anyway, Karl Roberson comes in with a record of 9-3. He's the favorite here at -255. Lungiambula comes in at 10-2, and he is the underdog at +215. Over under here set at 1.5. The over -150. The under +120. That's interesting. So here we go. Baby K, that's Karl Roberson. His last fight was a loss to Marvin Vettori, but obviously Marvin Vettori's a real deal. He lost by submission, rear naked choke. He's fighting out of Neptune, New Jersey. Killer B Combat Sports, I believe it's called. Dalcha Lungiambula. He's from the Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo. He's coming off that. His loss was against Mogomed Ankalov by that knockout with a front kick. His nickname is Campion, like champion, but Campion. Because I think in Congo they speak French. Am I correct? I don't know. But I guess he is now training in the U.S. at Black Cobra Striking. That's what Fight Night Pick says, with Kevin Lee. So, anyway, let's see. Taking Baby K. We've got MMA fortune teller, the teller. Both the boys from Fight Night Picks, this time they are not taking the underdog. MMA fortune, I did say that. MMA experts, AJ DeVito. He's saying by decision for Roberson. Okay. E-Money's got Roberson doing a knockout in the first or second round. first or second. Just, you know what? I'm just gonna put KO. Okay, and I got all smudgy. E-Money saying knockout. And Will Martin. Is also taking Karl, Roberson, Baby K. Now that should be a full capper consensus. However, we got one more capper, and he happens to be taking the contrarian pick. That's Hype Check. Is taking Dalcha Lungiambula. Now this is the deal with Lungiambula. He's a freak, athletic freak. He's got like that knockout power. I mean, look, you can just tell by looking at him. He's at 204 pounds. This is a middleweight fight. That means 185. So he's got to cut a decent, 85, 95. He's got to cut 25 pounds. Or, I'm sorry, 20 pounds. He's got to cut 20 pounds, 19 pounds. Now, Karl Roberson, he's at 190 walking around. So he's got to cut 5 pounds. So, and didn't they, this was planned for, was it last week? So, I don't know if coming in drained after a big weight cut, I don't know. I don't like it. Oh, by the way, Hype Check said by decision. All right. But, yeah, I guess Lungiambula is a African judo champion, and he's got good BJJ, and he's got that freakish athletic knockout power too. But Karl Roberson, the losses he had, like Marvin Vettori, you can't be ashamed of that loss. And who was the one before him? I didn't write it down or anything. But anyway, Karl Roberson's he's got more veteran experience. This is actually a tough pick for me, but I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna go with the capper majority. I'm gonna take Karl Roberson here, and I think he'll probably get it done by decision. It'll go all 3 rounds. So it's gonna go over that 1.5, I think. And within this, look at that. Well, anyway, I'll get to it. So to recap, I've got Aiemann Zahabi losing it to Drako Rodriguez. Drako Rodriguez should beat him within distance. So I'm going to look at that. Plus 185 on the under. I like that pick. I think Rodriguez gets it done. Under 2.5 rounds. Within distance. Then I've got Antonio Arroyo. Because his 9-inch height advantage, I got him beating Deron Winn. Win for the loss. I got him winning by decision, so that's going to go over the 2.5. And finally, I got Karl Roberson also beating Dalcha Lungiambula, also by decision, placing it over. So there you have it. Gather the info, place the bets, and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. Be sure to give me that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that, because as soon as I get 500 subscribers, I'm going to stop doing if you're new to my show, what I do is, because that's nonsense. You shouldn't have to do that every single time. But there's going to be new people that haven't seen it, so I have to keep doing it until, I'd say 500 is a good number. I'm at 430, 429. That 30, I have had up to 31 people drop off. It's not a big deal to me that much. I love doing this. I do it. I did it when I had 10 subscribers, so who gives a shit? So anyway, If you haven't subscribed, do that. I really appreciate it. Give me that thumbs up. And hit the bell. I'm doing every fight. So I got another one getting locked and loaded. I'm doing the research right now. Let's hit that bell. All right. Good luck on these bets. Did I do the whole? I did. Good luck on these bets. I'll see you next episode.